Fetterman confirms rejection of progressive politics. Result of better mental health. Why are so many people doing such awful things? Why is the Democrat Party successfully gaslighting their own base with horror stories about climate change ending the world? Racism being so unending and systemic that our neighbors are bloodthirsty bigots and half of Americans are semi-fascist maniacs? There is an answer to this question, and it is supplied, surprisingly, by Senator John Fetterman's DPA. Very public political renaissance. Having defeated GOP candidate Mehmet Oz for the Pennsylvania Senate seat in 2022, Fetterman entered the national arena known mostly for having hidden the seriousness of a stroke he suffered during the Senate primary race. But now he explains that it was that near-death experience that gave him a newfound strength to be honest about the issues and to say and do what was right, sometimes rejecting the leftist party line. The reaction of his fellow Democrats and progressives to his intellectual rejection of progressive politics now simply did not matter to him. Weird, man becomes more conservative as he regains brain function, was the satirical Babylon Bee website's headline. But the more accurate and less amusing one-liner would be, not surprising. Man rejects leftist politics after intensive psychotherapy improves his mental health. After a stroke and a hospitalization for depression while in the Senate, Fetterman emerged as a man who seemed more of a center-left classical liberal than the progressive image he had crafted during his years in local politics. During an appearance last week on Real Time with Bill Maher, the host asked him about the genesis of his rejection of progressivism. Maher asked Fetterman whether his shift in various policies had anything to do with his recovery from his 2022 stroke, asking if his near-death experience had given him a freedom. Absolutely, Fetterman responded. There's a line from the first Fat Man, jokers like, I've been dead once already. It's very liberating. It's freeing in a way. And I just think after beating all of that, I just really want to be able to say the things that I have to really believe in and not be afraid of if there's any kind of blowback, reported Fox News of the conversation. He then noted specifically that he was no longer a progressive. And while it is heartening to see someone like Fetterman reject and condemn the progressive Democratic Party's disgusting abandonment of Israel and the Jews, what is truly significant is the fact that his success at improving his mental health played a role allowing him to reject progressive policies and attitudes. As a leader in the feminist movement, I was able to escape the cult of the American left over a quarter of a century ago. A victory made possible in large part because of the therapy I pursued during that time. I did not like being miserable and hopeless and was determined to overcome it. Little did I know that when I dispatched depression and misery, my allegiance to leftist politics would also vanish. Working with a psychotherapist and becoming secure enough to trust my own judgment and decision-making helped me